What's good, my little committee? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing Lit Tie. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now, the boys, the dream team, the duo. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. And if young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you.
Oh, you ain't know I can sing?
They just dropped Savage Mode 2. The album that we've all been waiting for. We've been anticipating it. There was even a petition for Savage Mode 2 to drop. We've been fiending for it for over 4 years. And they've blessed us with this album. It dropped on Friday. I added it to my playlist immediately without even listening to it because I already knew that was going to be flames. I had bottles of water in my room ready because I knew that my speakers were about to start burning because I knew it was going to be heat. And I'm just going to let you know, if you haven't heard it already, it is lit. It's flames. There's no skips whatsoever. And to be honest, from an amazing duo like 21 and Metro, I wouldn't expect anything less. And they even had Morgan Freeman on there spitting some knowledge. We're going to get into that when I break down the album. But this album was just flames. It's just flames. And yeah, it's just flames. I've been bumping it the whole weekend. It's that and the Bryson Tiller album, which I'm going to make a video on as well. But yeah, this album is very good. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm just going to do a track-by-track rundown. It was like 40 minutes, I think, so not particularly long. Kind of like the first EP, the first Savage Mode. I think that one was like half an hour, so kind of in a similar same time frame. And yeah, I think there's like 17 tracks on here. So without further ado, I present to you Savage Mode 2. Sorry, that was my Morgan Freeman impression. It wasn't really that great, but I do a better one. But obviously, I'll do it another time, innit? But let's go. So the album kicks off with the first song, which is the intro, where we got your boy Morgan Freeman. He's out here spitting his good shit in that voice that just gets all these girls pushing wet. You know, he's just like getting you revved up for the album. Just talking about, I even remember what he was saying, but all I remember is him saying, "I now present to you Savage Mode 2, and then the album just went into full gear. So yeah, Morgan Freeman, he's definitely the MVP of this album, for sure. Then the second track is Running.
Oh, you ain't know I can sing?
Man. Hey, listen. This album, it's just too lit. Like I'm gonna be very lit this video because I have to match the energy that the album brought. You feel me? But the second track is called Running. This one really put a smile on my face like straight away. As soon as I heard this, I knew that the rest of the album was gonna be flames. It had a fire beat with that little like sample in there, and the chorus was just really catchy and really gravitating. And I think they even released a video. Yeah, they released a video for this as well. So I think they're running with this one, and I think the Drake feature as well was like their lead singles for the album. So yeah, this track, 21 Savage is back on his Savage stuff. So I appreciate when he's on like that introspective kind of, you know, like what he was on a lot, like talking about, you know, like police brutality and being very conscious or whatever. But I also like hearing about Dracos and hearing about shooting and all the savagery. So, you know, I'm glad he's back on that, is what I'm trying to say. The third track was called Glock in My Lap. Again, we had Morgan Freeman on there, the GOAT. Starting it off, he was talking about like whether or not things could be better the second time around, which is obviously him alluding to, you know, this being the second project and whether it'll be better than the first. And 21 was really like flowing on this track. He was just basically calling everyone a pussy. That's all I heard. I just heard. He was just calling everyone a pussy. And of course, great production from Metro Boomin. So yeah, this song's definitely a hit. The fourth track is Mr. Right Now. kind of had like a upbeat kind of vibe here, which of course, if you're gonna have Drake on it, it kind of has to be. So, and I kind of heard 21 adopting like a similar kind of Drake or previous flow from Drake that I've heard before, which obviously, as I said, makes sense. And then Drake comes on here and he's basically, he's clearly getting his momentum up for when he drops his own album. So he's on this and he's on the Bryson Tiller album as well. And yeah, he had a good feature. Nothing really different from what I'd usually expect from him. He didn't, drop like a crazy verse. It was just like just swag rapping, just what you would expect from Drake these days. And yeah, he said that he used to date SZA. I was like, Shraggy? And apparently she unfollowed him straight away. So whether that confirms or denies that rumor will remain to be seen. But I think if she's unfollowed him, then clearly he got in them guts. He tattooed his name in that. He dicked her down. He donkey fucked SZA. He fucked her galore for being up front. But anyway, that's besides the point. Next song was called Rich Nigga Shit. Kind of had a lower, mellow type of beat here. I can imagine like being on a rooftop and I'm drinking like Chardonnay with a bad B, like a mirror dime next to me on a roof, listening to this type of song with Dracos, of course, because this is 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. We gotta have the Dracos. We gotta have the Dracos. And yeah, he mentioned that he had like a whole lot of hits. I think, yeah, Young Thug was a feature on this one as well, and he had a lit verse. And yeah, this is another one that slaps. Put it on the playlist straight away. So yeah, another good song. Then the next song was Sliding. 21 he was going hard on this song. He had that like raw aggression that we really enjoy from him from like his past projects. And Metro on this one, this is where I really got to understand Metro's like talent with his beat production on this album, at least. It was just phenomenal. He had another catchy chorus here, and he said I think 21 said that he said that he hasn't met a girl that he'll cuff again, which obviously I was definitely feeling that one, because we don't cuff we don't cuff anyone around here. What did Simba say?
Oh, you think I'm bluffing when I say no cuffing.
Exactly. And then Morgan Freeman ending that one off with his little words of wisdom as well. So yeah, another good song. Next song was Many Men. The beat collation here was perfectly interpolated. 21's again, he's spitting on this track. I thought there was going to be a 50 sample, but I couldn't really hear it, so I don't think there was. I know that there was it came in at the end respectively, but I don't think there was anything like on the actual beat, or if there was, I couldn't hear it. And the beat kind of sounded like a phone pinging off, so take from that as you will. And then again, it ended with Morgan Freeman talking about like hatred being the downfall of men. So Morgan Freeman was just giving us a lot of good little gem throughout this whole album, and I really appreciated that. The next song was called Snitches and Rats. This was like an interlude where we had basically Morgan Freeman breaking down the difference between snitches and rats. And from what I got from it, he basically said snitches sell info for money, whereas rats, they betray people for their own personal gain. And to quote him specifically, to save their ass. He said a rat is a rat. No cap. No, he said period. Even better. And then we got into the actual Snitches and Rats song, where he recruited the young legend, Young Nudie, gangster, blood, shooter, killer, robber, yeah, finesser.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing.
And of course they're cousins, so it made perfect sense for him to be on this song. This one goes very hard. And yeah, I was just sitting there thinking, so far the album has had no skips. Young Nudie was flowing on this. So yeah, it was definitely a good look for both of them. And yeah, I liked it. Next one was called My Dog. Savage was kind of opening up a little bit on this track. He was talking about like how his first girl did him wrong, and that every girl after that, he's going to make sure that he was going to do them wrong, which obviously I'm sure every nigga can relate to that. So yeah, take from that as you will. And yeah, again, Metro just unstoppable with the beat production. And he and Savage said, he said niggas be talking that UK shit like I ain't got AKs. And I was really hoping that he was going to address the that whole UK scandal that happened last year, the biggest plot twist of last year, because I haven't really heard him speak about it since it happened, or at least not in music as far as I'm aware. I don't know, he might have said it in like a couple interviews or whatever, but I never heard him speak about it. So I was really glad that he brought it up on this song, because I thought he was not going to talk about it ever again. But yeah, I like that one. The next song was Stepping on Niggas. This had an old school type of vibe to it for me personally, like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air beat, like we just freestyled on that type of beat. That's what it sounded like to me. And yeah, 21 was just trying to extend his versatility here, it seemed. And that beat scratching thing that I can't really replicate it, but that was really going off in the background of the song, and that just made it like really hard. And again, Metro killed it, so I like it. Next song was Brand New Draco. Here, 21 Savage was talking about stocks, and I'm thinking this guy knows about stocks. That's how you know he's been getting his money up. So I'm proud that he knows about stocks and whatever. And again, talking that aggressive stuff on the album and on this song basically. And yeah, I just thought like he must just have like a large hit list of people that he hasn't shot yet, because that's all he's talking about. He's talking about shooting, like, and I'm just like, damn, go off. And yeah, another dope song from them. Next one was called No Up Left Behind. Another cool little track, again, on that 21 Savage's on that Bad Boys, that gangster type of stuff, and he's got a good beat to back him. And basically, Morgan Freeman's like an English teacher on here. He's talking about how like all your enemies need to be eliminated and all this and that. I'm just thinking, damn, like, that Lego movie feature got him going crazy. This guy's out here talking about eliminations and shooting and killing. I'm like, whoa, Morgan, we're not ready for all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like that one. The next song was called R.I.P. Love. Again, I'm seeing like the more vulnerable side of 21 here. He's talking about like saying to rest in peace to love, like love's dead. He's done with it, which is again signifying like how much he's been through with females and how that's changed his whole outlook on relationships. I think he's talking about like a specific female here, but I don't really keep up with 21 Savage's relationship stats, so I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming. And yeah, again, we had another round off from Morgan Freeman, so who can complain about that? And then the final track, Said and Done, we had Savage again on the introspective kind of vibe, on the conscious kind of thing, talking about him like being betrayed and backstabbed, but now he's got the money, so he's obviously the one that's having the last laugh, which again, I'm going to be saying very soon. And yeah, letting people know that they need to look at who they got around them and looking at who's going to basically ride for them when everything's all said and done. That's like the chorus of that song. And then I really know what else I can tell you, but this album, let me give you my rating. I'm going to rate this album, and it's like an 8 or 9. I'm not going to lie. I think I'd give it an 8 regularly, but because we've waited for so long for this and it's met the expectations, some might say exceeded the expectations, I'm going to give this a 9. I'm going to maybe, you know, I've heard the album like 3 times now, or in its entirety, so maybe, you know, that might go low if I listen to it more times, or it might go higher, but for now I'm giving it like a 8, 9, because I just liked it. I just like the album a lot. You know, it's a great album. 21 Savage delivered. Metro Boomin delivered. I think they have such a great chemistry, and they both understand each other properly and understand the way things work. Metro understands how 21 flows on a beat, and 21 knows like how to flow on whatever beat Metro is producing. So when they just come together, they just create magic. I absolutely loved the first Savage mode, and I really didn't know if they will be able to top it. And obviously, because it's been like 4 years, I thought, if it's taken that long, then maybe they weren't able to get it right. I know they've both been doing other things. They both had higher levels of success, and sometimes you think it's that rawness of being on the come up that makes the best music, but clearly not, because I think this one's definitely on par with the first. If it's better, I have to listen to it to quite a few more times to come to that judgment, but it's definitely on the same level of savagery. I think what better word to use than that? It's definitely on the same level of savagery. So yeah, 21, Metro, Morgan Freeman, the GOAT, they all delivered on this album. I would definitely recommend you check it out. And yeah, just a great album. Not really much else I can say. Yeah, I'll be doing a review of the Bryson Tiller album as well, so look out for that. And yeah. But yeah, let me know what you think about that album. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. What were your favorite tracks on the album? Do you think it was better than Savage Mode 1? Do you think that they waited too long to drop it? Whatever you have to say, like, just let me know if you think this is 21's best album or Metro's best album. Just let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that salad and weed. And yeah. Stay black. And if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing?